Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knightmare Talks. I'm AA Ron.
I am Chase.
And we have another episode for you guys. Chase, we're going to spotlight a movie today that you really enjoy, so I'm going to let you do the honors, my friends.
All right, guys, this is going to be a doozy for you.
It's a doozy.
Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, yeah, I got my Jeepers Creepers hat.
Yeah, so I love this movie. This movie is one of the movies that's probably scared me the most when I was younger. I think I was like 12, 13 when I first watched this movie.
We've talked about it.
Several times on different episodes. If you haven't heard the story by now, you're going to hear it again.
I really enjoyed this movie.
So I actually had to turn this movie off. I don't even think I made it halfway through the movie, and I had to turn it off because it was bothering me that much. It was the first kind of horror movie in this sense that I had never explored or watched in my younger years, and it freaked me out, dude. Just freaked me the hell out.
How old were you when you watched this movie?
It was like 12 or 13.
12 or 13?
Yeah, it was like 12, 13.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I think what I distinctly remember about this movie, I wasn't 12 or 13 when I watched it because, once again, I'm a little bit older than you, but I remember the first probably about half an hour of this movie was just intense with the brother and the sister driving across the country and getting chased by that truck, and then when he started dumping the bodies down that tunnel, you're like, oh damn, like shit just got real, right?
It's crazy how they played that scene. So that scene where they're driving on the highway, and as they're driving past, they see him dump something down the tunnel, and then he turns and just stares as they continue to drive off. Man, I get chills just thinking about that one. That one, that's. Whew.
Yeah, bro. And then when they start seeing all the bodies like hanging on the walls and stuff, it was, man, it was cool, dude. I really liked how they did that, and
I would have never went back, dude.
Oh, I know.
I don't mean to be heartless, but like, if I saw some dude dumping what I'm positively sure was bodies down a tunnel,
even if it wasn't bodies,
I'm probably letting him have whatever it is he's doing, and I'm gonna leave him alone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not messing with that.
Yeah, and Justin Long did a really good job in this movie.
Oh, 100%.
He made another really crazy movie, and we won't talk about it too much, but it was called Husk, where the killer like turned him into a walrus.
Dude, that's, I don't know,
crazy,
man.
crazy.
Yeah, that one's crazy. I haven't.
But yeah, this came out in 2001.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that old. That's 20 years old, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were 10.
10.
You were 10.
I was 10 years old. See?
Wow.
My time frame's all messed up.
Sometimes my math is.
This is one of my favorites. I still love this movie to this day. I can turn it on and easily be just as freaked out today as I was then by this movie. But it's kind of got that demon feel to it, so if you've watched the channel, you're aware that demons are kind of something that's up my alley and something that I enjoy watching.
That is your thing.
Now, 1 and 2, in my opinion, of this movie kind of went off the deep end, sort of. 2 was okay. I say that. 2 was okay.
That was the one with the
3,
school bus.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
3, I was not a fan.
Okay.
2, I was like, okay, they stuck to the story to a point. Like, it was close, But 3 was like, what is happening?
I remember trying to watch part 3. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, you're my boy and my partner, but I fell asleep during part 3. I thought it was pretty boring.
They tried to turn it into an action movie.
Even then, it just really failed at that.
It was like Cops versus Jeepers Creepers, this weird whatever take to it. I don't know. They didn't do it justice. They should have just stopped with 2, my opinion.
Or just keep it more like the original. Because I thought the original was good, man.
I think they had a hard time. I think they did so well with 1. I'll give 2 credit. So 1 and 2, I think, did pretty freaking well. And then 3, I think they just ran out of what do we do next.
And that comes back to, remember how we always talk about how Hollywood, I feel like they tend to like rush because maybe they need another paycheck, and they're like, okay, we need some cash real quick. What can we do?
Yeah.
Hey, let's throw out another Jeepers Creepers movie real quick. And that's the problem with sequels is I don't understand how an original can be so damn good.
Yep.
And then you watch part 2 or part 3 and you're just like, this is garbage.
What
like,
happened?
how did you,
Yeah.
like they derailed so badly.
It gets bad. And it's like we always say, it could have been just because of the success of the first one.
Well, and the other problem is too, is a lot of times they switch directors.
Yes.
And that, dude, come on. Like, why would you just switch directors and actors? That's another thing that just, oh my God.
But there's new Jeepers Creepers coming out this year.
Yeah,
the end of this year, we have a new one coming out.
We'll see how that goes.
And that's slotted for, guess what? 3 more movies.
3 more movies. Like
it is a different director. I'm hoping this director does it justice. The cover looks great. I'm excited, given this was my childhood movie that kind of hit home. So I'm hoping he does it justice within these 3 movies.
It'd be nice if it was the original director. Just saying.
You're not wrong, but if he can stick to the storyline the original director had and kind of the feel he had to those movies and bring that back, I think we're in for some good stuff.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe, dude. Maybe. But yeah, Jeepers Creepers, if you haven't watched it, it's from 2001. Shame on you. You should be watching it at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you out there have probably seen this movie.
It's a great movie.
And, you know, it's probably another one of those movies where people have mixed feelings about it. I really enjoyed it as well, especially the first one. The second one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Third one I didn't care for.
I mean, the school bus, to even just hint and kind of touch on the second one, like the whole school bus idea, trapped in the middle of the night, out of the middle of nowhere, and you got something flying around your school bus trying to get in, like, that's terrifying.
And that freaking, like, throwing star that
the throwing star that he hit the tire. Oh, man.
That'd be cool.
That was nuts. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was a good one. Good movie.
Yeah, check it out, guys. If you haven't seen Jeepers Creepers, check it out. There is part 1, 2, and 3. And like Chase was saying, there's...
Just don't watch number 3. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
I mean, unless you really just don't have anything else to do, or you're just a really, really big fan.
Literally, there's other movies to watch. Don't watch number 3.
Yeah.
Pick any other movie. I'm sure you can name at least 5 movies right now better than number 3. That would be worth a watch.
You know, we should probably do an episode on that of just like our top, well, I don't want to really say top 5, but just 5 movies that you should watch or you should be watching.
Yes.
You know, guys, leave a comment down in the comment section below if you guys are interested in that.
Yeah.
If you, some of our followers might be like, you know what, like I'm really looking for some good scary movies that I may have seen or may have not seen yet. So yeah, shoot us a comment and let us know what you think, because we could do that. I'm sure you have 5
100%.
movies. I'm sure I have 5 movies that we could be.
I do. Definitely have 5 movies that I highly recommend people to watch.
Yeah.
If you're into horror movies. If you're not into horror movies, then it's not really going to be your thing.
True. But this channel is probably not really going to be your thing, too.
Yeah, you're probably not even watching this if you're not a horror fan.
Yeah,
so that's also
I doubt that we have anybody out there that's like Knightmare talks. Oh, I hope they spotlight The Proposal.
It's not happening.
Or I hope they spotlight Pretty Woman. It's probably not going to happen. Actually,
it's never going to happen. Never going to happen. All right, guys. So
I can take off my Jeepers Creeper hat now, right?
Yeah, man. Unless you just want to wear it.
That was commitment to you, man.
The whole episode.
That was for you, buddy.
I mean, you can wear it the whole episode. I got no hate. So, to transition to the next thing, chasing haunted places. So, San Diego, California, the Whaley House. I've actually visited this location. I actually didn't know anything about it when I went. I didn't even know there was the Whaley House in San Diego. We were just kind of going through like the old, I think they call it like Old Downtown or Old Town, whatever.
Old Town.
And they were like, oh yeah, this is one of the top haunted places in the U.S. And I'm like, oh cool. Like, you know, I was curious at that point, and I think we actually ended up doing a haunted tour while we were there of just all the history surrounding the Whaley House and everything else. We didn't get to go in either. I remember you were saying you didn't get to go actually inside.
Yeah, we went, it was in the middle of the day when we went, and I was kind of like, man, that house looks familiar, so I walked over to it because we were eating at that little Italian restaurant across the street from it, which is amazing, guys. There's a little deli. I know this is way off subject, but that's what I do.
You're good.
There's a little deli right across the street from the Whaley House in San Diego. Hopefully it's still there. If you go through the deli in the back, there's just this tiny little dining room, and it's a family-owned restaurant. Probably the best Italian food I've ever had in my life in that little place. I don't know what the deli's called, but it's literally right across the street from the Whaley House in a little like shopping center type area. So shout out to the owners of that little Italian restaurant because it was amazing. And sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. No, there is good food. There's a Mexican restaurant also in that same area, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Super good to that spot too. Why are we talking about food, man? What is happening? Yeah. So, anyway, the Whaley House, built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley. Whaley. Apparently he had 6 children, I want to say. 6.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, back in those days, people had like 10, 15 kids. It's like something in the water back then.
Let's see. So, just trying to catch up on this. So in 1885, one of the 6 children's, Violet, took her own life. Dude, there's just like a laundry list of issues with this house and like this whole family during this time. Like, it just seemed to be one thing after another. It was suicides, and then there was illness. Thomas Whaley ended up dying in 1888 due to just bad health.
I know they get people that do the tours and stuff there. They catch. I've seen quite a few photos that.
Oh yeah.
People have taken.
Oh yeah.
Of apparitions and.
So, and they'll tell you. I think it's the Whaley house. When we did the tour, that was one of the ones, because they have like ropes and stuff, how they, rope things off.
Yeah.
And one of the workers was telling us that, I come here every day, and every morning if you open it up, the ropes, they leave a certain way when they leave. And they'll come in and they're just like messed up completely. They'll be rolled up and put somewhere else, or everything will be out of place. So they come in earlier to make sure everything's set up before guests actually start arriving.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure it's good to go.
Wake the spirits up.
And it's crazy. She's like, yeah, if we were to open the door, I guarantee you the ropes are probably like all moved and out of place. And they're like, this happens almost every single time that we come into work in the morning. So yeah, it's crazy. The Whaley house, San Diego, California.
Old
if you
town.
live in the area, definitely go check it out. Get the tour. They have a lot of cool facts about San Diego. There's actually a lot of haunted places within San Diego.
Yeah, there's a lot of haunted places.
There is. Super cool. It was something that caught my eye simply because I didn't know about it. And then once I learned about it, I was like, I want to go find out more.
I remember it being really small too.
It is. It's not a big house. It's not a big house at all. But I guess during that time, it was a house that had never been built like that in that town. And he was super proud, Thomas was, of, hey, I'm bringing something new to this town. So,
yeah, I remember I was like running around peeking in the windows and stuff because it was closed and they weren't doing the tours, and security chased me off. They were like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just looking in the windows." And anyway, but
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway, go check it out. If you've ever been to the Whaley house, let us know what you thought. Yeah. Whaley house, killing it.
Killing it, bro.
We should go back to the Whaley house, dude.
Yeah, San Diego's close. That's what.
4 hours?
Oh, yeah, 5.
Give or take, depending on how you drive.
Well, once again, go find me speeding tickets.
Go find me speeding tickets.
We haven't gotten a GoFundMe account yet,
Why
guys.
is that not happening? That's so true. That should already be a thing. Yeah, we should already be getting
have
funded.
Like 5 GoFundMe accounts.
We should have enough money by now to buy like a bus.
A small.
I mean, not a big bus. I'm not saying a big bus by no means.
At least the tires for a bus. We should have enough money to go fund
a single tire. A single tire. That's all.
We gotta start
single
somewhere.
Tire.
They don't even have to be like name brand tires. They can be like those, like those little like mom and pop tire shops that you see.
So
like,
true.
Just roll in there
it's
and
that
be like
off-brand tire.
It's
like great
Bob's
value.
tires or like Sam's Choice tire.
Oh god, that's so bad.
It's like
so
just like a white, it's a plain white tire.
That'd be cool. I mean, it'd be kind of creepy actually to have a bus if we were like, hey man, let's go check out this haunted place. Get in the bus.
It would be cool, man. And for those of you out there that are probably like waiting for us to do something, like we're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. It seems like every time we try to plan, we've been talking about this Fox Ridge Park. We've been talking about Area 51. It seems like every time we plan something or plan one of those, something comes up. Like
it's amazing how just having 2 people that need to sit down, record something, or go to a place and get things done, the coordination behind it, it's always more difficult than what it sounds like, because we're always like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this happen, and things just, it pushes to the right, and it's unfortunate. We want to do these things. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say exactly when, because we're hoping in the very near future, because we want to bring you guys good content. We want to bring you, on scene experiences, if you will.
Yeah.
That way you see it firsthand. Like
Yeah, and I think too that I think it would. A lot of people might just be kind of like, okay, you know, they're still spotlighting their movies. They're still talking about, you know, they're chasing haunted places.
Yep.
And I think it would go a long way with actually going to places. So we're gonna do that. I mean, the kids are going back to school.
Yeah.
Monday. So.
Yep. Hopefully things calm down a little bit. That's the gist, I think. There's just been a lot happening these past, we'll say 3 weeks. There's just been a lot of things going on. So we do what we can when we can to bring you guys more content as much as possible.
It is going to happen though, guys. It's going to happen.
Yes.
It's like just one of those things where...
So I also want to take time. We have Mr. Jeepers Creepers actually sitting as one of our pops.
Yeah, I had a hard time finding that actually for you.
Dude,
I had to go to quite a few different places to find that one.
I was thinking about it after we were talking about it. I was like, hey, wait, we actually have him as a pop. He's actually sitting up there.
We do.
Yeah, cool. Man. It's pretty legit. Anyway. Yeah. So, guys, like, subscribe.
Check out Jeepers Creepers.
Give us comments. Send us stories. We like to read stories. I actually like hearing stories. I follow some different places, different pages, on Twitter that they just tell stories. Like literally it's just storytelling as far as like some of the experiences they've had.
Mr. Ballin's amazing. We touched on him earlier.
And so yeah, so the Twitter page I follow, and I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's just stories that individuals have had or experiences, whether it be, you know, paranormal, whether it be, you know, Bigfoot and literally UFOs, all of these things. It seems to be like stuff that they just submit. It's not this one person that talks about it. It's people that follow it that send these stories in. And I think that's something Aaron and I would love to read, get your stories. And then on episodes, you know, we could tell your story. We don't have to mention you by name, but it's something that would be fun to at least discuss, especially if we put ourselves in your shoes. Like,
yeah, and see, that's funny that you mentioned that, because we were actually supposed to have a special guest on tonight for this particular episode, and just things didn't work out. So that's why kind of this episode kind of feels like it's a little unprepared, like we kind of had to put it together last minute, which we did. But we were supposed to have a special guest on tonight that had some really cool stories that we were going to discuss and talk about. So that was kind of our game plan. I guess we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket, but it happens.
We will always flex to a new plan.
Don't care how the weather vane points when the weather vane points to gloomy. Gotta be sunny to me when your eyes look into mine.
This song has a creepy feel to it regardless, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Where'd you get those creepers? Where'd you get those eyes?
I always wondered, like, where did the freaking Jeepers Creepers guy get the record player from? Like at the end when he was in that old factory, and like, he takes Justin Long's eyeballs out, and then like, there's a record.
You know how many different avenues they could have went with that story though? Like, there's so many directions with Jeepers Creepers within the first movie where that could have went so many places. Like, imagine they never discover the underground tunnel. Cool. Especially since every 23 years for 23 days it gets to eat.
Something like that, yeah.
Is the quote, I'm pretty sure, in the movie.
Yeah, it was a long time.
So if you think about it, that never gets discovered 23 years later, and then comes back. Like, the story could have been amazing, but I also think if they had kept the actor Justin Long in the picture, I think that's something else that could have been cool. If he was a continuation where it was like, you know, you got the demon and you got Justin Long as that character, like, then you have somebody that has seen, you know, this thing.
Yeah, but the Jeeper Creeper guy, the Creeper, I keep calling the Creeper took his eyes though, so essentially he saw him, but he didn't see him because he can't, like.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though. Imagine, so the survivor essentially is what I'm saying. Okay, guys. Special guest, my daughter.
Special guest.
It is what it is. This is not the special guest that was planned, but this is definitely for me a special guest.
Me too.
For sure. So guys, anyway.
A lot of distractions in this episode, but we're going to go ahead and close it out. Once again,
Jeepers Creepers. Give it a watch.
Chase's favorite movie.
Love it. It's a great one. Scared me in my childhood. If you haven't watched the previous episode to hear that story, then you're missing out. hey, don't touch that. Thank you.
And Whaley House in San Diego.
Yes, definitely. Let us know what you think. If you've been, if you've had an experience while you were there. Yeah, so once again, this is Aaron.
And he's Chase.
Give us a like, give us a share.
And give us another chance to
yes.
get some more content out to you guys.
And stay tuned.
Yep.
All right.
See you guys again soon. Take care.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's close enough.